Yo, yo, yo. All right, all right. I think I'm straight there. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? What's good? Let's. DB Beats was good. LFC, how you doing, bro? I hope y'all doing good today. Whole lot of nothing. Just chilling. About to start my dark trap kit cook up. You feel me? Think I'm gonna make more loops, but hey, why I got y'all here? Or I'm gonna wait till more people get up in here, and then I'm gonna see if they mess with the I got a one shot kit. I wanna see how y'all like it. Start with a pad. Just find some type of stand. Oh, I lost my chat. Yo, 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 what we got? We got Proxy. What's good, bro? Appreciate you stopping in. LFC, you chilling today? Okay, okay, okay. DB Beats doing good, making a mixtape. Word, that's hard. Bet that, bet that, bet that. Yeah, I show VCO. VCO mess with it. He mess with it a lot. Nah, I'm not messing with none of those, honestly. Let's go back to pads. Let's. Maybe that. Something along them lines. I need to close my window because this lighting is off. Maybe I can mess with it a little bit by doing like something like that. I guess that is a little better. Y'all ain't been able to hear me this whole time. Y'all should have been able to hear me. Y'all can hear me now though. Y'all had to be able to hear me because I said was good. Oh snap, my fault, y'all. That should be better, at least a little bit. Now you hear me? Bet that, bet that, bet that. Okay. Let's pick a different, maybe start off on the G. Maybe go to more like hard bases normally be. Inspire, you pray. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Hitman was good. All right, but okay, let's add. Let's take down that a little bit. Let's see what we can. Let's see what. Making a Detroit? Nah, this is looking to be more just like a dark trap type. It could turn into that though. I ain't gonna lie, it could for sure. Hold on, let me throw this down real quick. Bro, I've had like. Alright. First off, this has got to come down. Cool. Then, what did I do here? I think I messed with this. Gotta mess with something. Oh, okay. Okay, that's hard. Alright, let's try it now. Before putting it on BeatStars. This is mostly what my master chain looks like. I normally do most of the mixing through here. I don't really do so much mixing in the master track. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it, and I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, but that's just the way that I do it, if that makes sense. So honestly, you could probably, I mean, you could throw an EQ on it for real, if you really wanted to. But me, I just don't even bother really. So, yeah. But yeah, hey, everybody in here, hey, go ahead, get a live a like. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I hope that you liking what you hearing, because we about to render this out, and then we're about to just see what we can do with it. Let's see what happens. You know what I probably shouldn't, I mean, I could always, okay, I guess it's not that crazy. I could always just do this. Because I don't think I want to hear render in place. So I don't think I want the bass in there on that. Maybe I do, who knows. I go down 3. And then put it on 5. Yeah, bro, any questions you got, bro, just ask them, bro, no problem. Make sure I'm not picking up. I will also say that as y'all can hear, like, I've realized with these dark trap beats, you want to throw some saturation in there. So then if you can grab you like any type of tape thing, you can get you like a valid sound. You just cut up the input and it'll sound straight. What's good, Burnt Moon? How you doing? So I read your comment, Jamarcus, and I'm saying all I would say is this. So that's tough. You've been teaching yourself for a year, because when I first started, I'm not gonna say I knew everything about music theory, but I can say that understanding how like music theory works helps. If that makes sense, y'all should hear me now. Yeah, I'm ahead. I'm ahead a little bit, but finishing my point, like music theory, especially in this lane of production, is not necessary. You can definitely get by without it, and you can go pretty far without. I'm pretty sure a lot of producers that are mainstream producers, platinum producers, they don't know music theory like to a T. I don't know music theory to a T. I'm no platinum producer though. So, but what I would say is understand, like, even if you just watch like a simple YouTube video where somebody breaks it down, it really starts to make sense on how like scales work, if that makes sense. So like, I'm wondering if I can explain this in a way where it'll make more sense, because a lot of the problems that people have is they say they don't understand music theory because they say they don't know how to play the piano, which is like cool, but like if you really think about it, there's really only 7 notes, and each 7 notes besides, so like, what's the best way to explain this? There's 7 notes and 5 flats or sharps. Pretty much. There's 7 notes, 5 flats or sharps. Don't look at the piano as C over here to C over here. If you just go C to C, there's 7 notes and there's 5 flats and sharps. But you have to learn, like, see, it gets kind of deep. Change my name to Benji. This is Jamarcus, by the way. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah. So everything is just 7 notes. And then, hold on. I think I got a piano, don't I? I don't. Alright, look, I'm gonna try and explain this as easy as I possibly can, right? I'm gonna record this for a short too, because this could be fire, right? If you don't know how to play the piano is only 7, it's constructed of 7 notes. Within these 7 notes, you have sharps and flats. So C has a sharp, D has a sharp, E does not have a sharp, but technically E does have a sharp, and that would be F. But that doesn't make that, you don't even need to know that. F has a sharp, G has a sharp, A has a sharp. B is the same one as E. E and F are the natural half steps. B and C are the natural half steps, right? So then boom, if you understand how a major scale works, hold on, Buck Beats, I'm gonna get there. If you understand how the major scale works, where the triad is like C, E, G, that's the major scale, right? And then like within the major scale, you have C, E, G, D, F, A, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D, A, C, E, B, D, F, C, E, G, right? So boom, in the major scale, you know, you have a C major and you have a C minor. All the minor scale is you go from here, right? And you just drop the middle note down one, and that'll give you your minor scale, if that makes sense. So that'll give you your minor chord to start out with, if that makes sense. So like, see, that's the C major scale, that's the C minor scale. But if you're making chords, you'll just drop that note down, just drop it down one. So then you'll go from like, then you go, and then I did that wrong. Yeah, you'll drop it, you'll raise it, yeah. There we go. Right? But then, if you understand how like the cycle of fourths work, so the only reason I'm starting to understand this like now is because my grandfather, he was like the band director for a college, and he was there for like 20 years, and he played in the military band and everything. He'd been doing music his whole life, right? So he's been starting to like drill on me understanding how scales work. And at first I was like, I think he's crazy. Not he's crazy, but I was like, why do I need to know this? But it actually starts to make sense, because like if you do the cycle of fourths, And it look, I think I'm gonna make a video on that, and then I'm gonna give y'all all that I know, and then as I learn, I'm gonna keep updating. But if you learn anything, C to C, everything that you need to know about music is gonna be within these 2 notes. You just gotta understand how to put them all together, and then understand like what key you're in. That's the easiest thing I could say. So, yes, you don't need music theory, and I know you didn't ask for all that, but it definitely does help to understand, like, okay, C has no flats or sharps, right? But then if you go up 5, G has 1, and that would be F. So your G major scale, right? So, yeah. But then, if you do that, and then you go up 6, but then you keep the same signature, that's just your minor scale, if that makes sense. So if you start on G major, where it has the 1 F sharp, and then you count up 6 from that G, which gives you E, and then you go down to E and say you want to play E minor, all you do is keep the same signature for G major. Maybe that might help if I mean, y'all can't see my piano. All right, this is the last thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna answer Buck beats, and I'm gonna get back to the beat. So boom, G major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Did that wrong. Cool. So this is your G major scale, right? Cool. Right? It has one sharp or 1 flat, however you want to look at it. Boom. If you take this and you say you're, because this is the problem I ran into a lot when I was sampling. I would be like, this is not a major scale, but I could find it, right? So boom, G major, but somebody's like, nah, this was in E minor, right? Or this was in G major, but then the opposite is E minor, right? So if you're like, okay, what is E minor? Some people be like, I don't know E minor. Literally, if you just count up 6 from your main point G, or whatever scale you're in, right? So there's so you counted up 6, all right? It's the same scale. It's the same exact thing. Only difference is it's difference of where you start out. So it's the exact same. Like it's so cool to understand how it all works because it all has to make sense. So that's why it's the coolest thing. So G major and E minor are the exact same thing. It's just a different upon where you start. But in my brain, I was like, this is the most difficult thing I've ever ran into. So yeah. I hope that helped. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I'm a good teacher. I hope that helped. Go ahead and like up the... Yeah. Circle of fifths is what it's called. And then the circle of fourths is like the flat side, and the circle of fifths is the sharp side. But looking at the circle of fifths and the fourth, for me it was difficult to understand without an explanation. So, but Bug Beats, you said, should I alter my channel to more content perspective or stick with tight beats? My ultimate goal is to become a producer, not a content creator. But which way would get that done? Honestly, bro, I'm stuck right where you at right now. And stuck to a point, not meaning like I'm mad about where I'm at or I'm mad that I'm stuck where I'm at. I'd say the way I would look at it is like this. You have producers. Okay. Let me start here. The way I looked at it was I didn't want to make content and be like, in front of the camera and stuff. I just want to be known for my beats, right? But you got to be able to set yourself apart from everybody else, right? That's how I looked at mine. So I didn't want to do this. I thought I would just be making beats, but it helps if you make the content as well. For me, at least, it was helpful to make the content because then you really start to realize what people like and what people don't like and what you're known for. Like, I don't really think I have a specific genre for what I'm known for, but there's nothing wrong with getting into the content aspect of things. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like you're gonna be like making content and then the art and like somebody comes across your beats and they're gonna be like, oh, he's just a content creator. I don't want to. If your beats are fire, your beats are fire. I just looked at it not so much as this is where all my eggs in one basket are, but I looked at it as this is something else that I could do. You know what I'm saying? If you could do it, you feel me? So don't look at it as I'm limited. Look at it as I could start here and this can expand into something else. Did you ever make a type beat channel? I ain't gonna lie, bro. My YouTube is so like my YouTube pretty much is a type beat channel. If you go to my long form vids, that's what like a lot of my short viewers don't be knowing I make long form content. What would I even do for content? Like a vid on how to make beats, then post it as a type beat? Honestly, I mean, I've gotten into the tutorials just a little bit, but if you want my honest opinion, bro, you could just post you making beats, you know, or just like record yourself making beats. Hitman. So normally this has been a hard topic because you got to understand like what the market is as far as selling beats. So realistically, my baseline would probably be 30 to 50 for like a $30. So my ideal one would be like $30 for MP3, 50 for the wave. If you want stems and stuff, 100. But like the stems and stuff that varies because like I done sat down with people and made beats for them and it's gone up to like 175. It varies once you get into like people want you to make custom beats. But if somebody is just trying to just get your somebody's just trying to buy a beat off your BeatStars and you could do like 30 to 50, you know, in your whatever range you want to be in. But if you want to like me, when I cook up for people personally and I sit down with them and I make the beat based off of what the ideas they have, that varies to like 150, you know, 175. It's like a silent cookup. Hey, you can start there. Honestly, you could start with like I think it was Kyle Beats who posted it. He said, or not Kyle Beats. Kavi, I think. KXVI. He said he started out posting a beat to him just bopping his head. And that's, I mean, technically that's what I do. I just started recording myself making the shorts because I realized people would just post themselves nodding their head to the beat. And I'm like, if I want to be different, I got to do something different. So I said, why don't I make the beat? But then as I'm making the beat, just cut up the shorts. I'm on MPC though, so recording is weird. Hey, that's an alternative you have though. That's what makes you different. If you figure out how to maximize that, you're golden. Because I done seen videos with people on the beat machine, but as they're hitting the beat, like, all right. So they have the audio playing and they have their camera playing, but what they're playing on the beat pad is not what's going through the sound. So you already make the beat, put the beat on, and then you record yourself, you hitting the pads to that beat, and then you just line them up. So then it looks like you're playing it in real time, but you're not. Now, I don't have MPC, so I can't really get away with that. You know what I'm saying? But you can make it work. You got to understand, like, the internet, whatever you show them or whatever you want them to believe, they're going to believe. But I haven't been able to, like, I don't know. I just rather play it. But for your content where you're on the NPC, people see the NPC and they're just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Can I go full-time as a producer? I'm currently in college and I see immense potential, but don't know how I should go about it. Honestly, bro, I'm in college too. I would say, yeah, bet that. Keep me updated on that. I want to see how that come out. Honestly, bro, I would say understand, like, I don't know what state you live in, but I live in Virginia. And so I know with the money I make from beats now, I definitely couldn't work on it full time, but I'm in school. So a lot of the money you'll make is off royalty base. So like you get a song with an artist, say it blows up, and you get royalties for the rest of your life, right? That could make you enough money, but you gotta understand them royalties aren't as they're not gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's like a song that does last forever, right? I would say that's a hard thing to do, but also you're asking somebody who hasn't done it. So that's my thing. I don't want to give information if I don't know the real truth behind that, because I'm still on my journey. So I would say if you could ask somebody who makes beats full time for their living, they'd probably be able to give you a better answer than I would. But off of my experience and off like things I've researched and things I've done and things I've understood, I've just heard no, that you can't, but it depends on you know what I'm saying, your quality of living. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, but it just depends on what you say. Go full time as a producer. It depends on how you want your life to look like, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's just the way you got to look at it. So yeah, then that would be a tight beat. Yeah, and then you just post a tight beat. My issue that I run into, and it's really my fault. Yeah. So my problem is I'll make the shorts, and I enjoy making the shorts. But now that I'm monetized on YouTube, like, YouTube doesn't pay crazy for monetizations. Like, it relies solely on, like, if I do lives, normally, like, people would gift and stuff like that. So then that's how you make most of your money. And then, like, off the views and ads and stuff, if you get enough people in there, then they'll pay you per ad that runs. For shorts, you can have a video go for, what's good, Yo-Yo Beats? You could have a beat. I had a video I did last month, I think. The end of last month, went for like, it had to be 300,000 views, right? Maybe $30, right? But the shorts, if on the long form, if I get 300,000 views on a long form vid that expands like 20 minutes or 10 minutes, you could probably make a lot more, honestly. I don't know what that number is, honestly, because I haven't done it yet. But that's why you'll start to see me shift from the shorts, like the short views, but I'm trying to get people from the shorts to the long form, but YouTube keeps them separate. So if I were you, I would keep an even medium on those. Don't just focus on one long or one short. Focus on both, because that's what I should have did, and that's what I'm kind of like doing now. But I mean, I ain't really tripping regardless. You feel me? Dang, that was a lot. But yeah, any questions y'all got, I don't mind answering to the best of my ability. Just understand, like, my answers aren't gonna be like, I'm gonna give you what I know, but I'm not gonna give you something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know, I don't mind saying it. I forgot what beat we had. Can I do like, and then just copy that? I've been messing with this little kid. Probably really loud for y'all, no? So I use now I use Track Train, but only reason I use Track Train is because they reached out and gave me like an unlimited membership as far as like I can post as many beats as I want. All I gotta do is I just have to use Track Train. I can't use BeatStars. So that was just honestly a blessing for me, honestly. So I don't gotta pay for BeatStars anymore. But I would say depends on what you're selling, really. I don't know how much Track Train costs. I think you can use it up to a certain amount of gigabytes. I think you can do that, but BeatStars, I mean, BeatStars is smooth. But honestly, like, maybe it's just been my luck, bro. Selling beats on BeatStars and Track Train, it really hasn't made me all that much bread. Like, I ain't gonna lie, selling beats has made me bread, but a lot of my beat sales came from like direct like reaching out to people and networking, and them not even going through BeatStars, them going through like they'll PayPal me or something like that. So I think that's an iffy medium for me because yeah, I don't know. It's different for me because most of the big payments I didn't have be selling beats and kits. Beats and kits. Let's go 150. Let's go 154. If you want to sell beats and kits, you got to get the second tier up on BeatStars. I think, yeah. Can you make a long form video on mixing and mastering before uploading on selling platforms? BeatStars will do those contracts for you, I think. But in all honesty, I haven't sold many beats on BeatStars. A lot of mine have come from direct sales. Oh, you talking about for DM sales? That's a rough one too. I feel like probably you should. Only thing for that though is a lot of artists, they be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They be lying. So like they might be like, yeah, I got you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm working, but like contract really ain't even necessary because the song probably ain't even come out. You feel me? However you want to look at that. That's just been my experience where they be BS. You feel me? So, but yeah, you can include it. I say the way I do it is if I do include a contract, it's if you put the song out, it depends. If I sit down with the artist and do it, I expect half. I expect 50-50. If I'm the one doing the mixing of your vocals and I made the beat, break it 50-50. Cool. But if I give you the beat, I would love to have some royalty because I made the beat, even though you paid for the beat. But that's the thing. When people pay for it on BeatStars, they're like, okay, it's mine. I can use it as many times as I want. I throw in there, you're taking advantage of. I throw in there that, and people don't like read the fine print. But as long as you can back up what you got, you'll be straight. The way I do it is, look, you can use my beat, cool. But just know if you start getting a little money, We getting a little money. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be no you just over here living it up and that's just it. But hey, we getting money. You feel me? So I put in there if you get over a certain amount of streams, I will then be expecting a royalty. And that's just how it goes, honestly. Also, what I would say, um, what was I about to say? Totally slipped my mind. Oh, also on BeatStars, it'll give you an option to like you can post your MP3 beat, and it'll say untagged. So what I do when I put the tag beat, I put my tag every 16 bars. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Brain, get it? I put my beat every 16 bars. I put my tag every 16 bars. And then when they buy the beat, the my tag is just in the beginning. So I put that as like, if you gonna buy it, this is what's gonna be there. You feel me? But like, do I gotta do a whole thing that they gotta sign? Nah, it's not that. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Yeah, we. It's not that deep. I mean, like, if you really want to get into like the way I look at it is this. It's the same thing with sampling. If I put out a sample and I have like, and I sampled somebody's song, and they start coming at me looking for like, um, and they start coming at me looking for money from me. I mean, you could look at it as okay, I'm about to be broke, or you could look at it as I must be doing something right. You feel me? Because ain't nobody gonna come after somebody who broke. You feel me? So like, if you profiting, that means, you know what I'm saying, you're not doing too bad. You feel me? So that's just my mentality on it. But you really don't need them to sign anything. Only thing I could think of when they buy the beat off BeatStars, I think all that's included because it'll give you like the packages that you could do and how you can break it down. Maybe I could pull it up here. But see, I really don't even use BeatStars like that anymore. Uh, create track. So I guess you could create a contract. Cause it'll say like, hold on. Cause it'll say like basin licensing, premium licensing. But one, you just get the MP3 and the wave. Oh, you can't even see that probably. So, one you'll get like the MP3 and the wave. One you'll just get the MP3. But I do know somewhere. Like, look at this. Like, I haven't really sold. Let's look at the year. Let's go October 13th, 2024 or 14th to today. So this has been my beat sales for, but here's the issue right here. They ass be taxing. They take $6 and they ain't even do nothing. So this is the most I've made. I've made $185 off BeatStars with a gross of 207. But they take, and that's about 4 beats for $50. That's a year, which that's not bad, you know. But then there's no like people don't put the beats out, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they have, I just haven't really found it. But like yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had an amazing experience with back to July 173. So yeah, I haven't really had a crazy experience when it comes to selling on BeatStars. I've had more success on oh snap, I didn't have the chat pulled up. All right, what do you recommend? Selling busy kids for DM sale. Cool, got that. Can I sample from YouTube or should I use Splice or Looperman? Yeah, like, bro, all I do is this. Watch this, watch this. Write me up a contract for selling beats stating that once it hits so many streams, I get royalties. Make sound professional. Thanks. You gotta say thank you to AI. You know, they be working hard nowadays. There you go. And then there you go. What's it? I ain't even read what he said. Hold on. Let me see what he cooked up. So this beat, blah blah blah, entered as of the date. Yeah, you could do it this way. I mean, personally, I'd probably say make more concise, make sure I get my bread. Cool. If song reaches streams threshold, okay, give me a good threshold. So 10K streams. If it gets 10K streams, you are then, by contract, when they bought the beat, once they hit 10K streams, they have to pay you residuals within 30 days of receiving their revenue. So if I ever go to court, I ain't gonna lie. ChatGPT my lawyer, cause they be cooking. I ain't gonna hold you. So pretty much is that simple in a way. Um, all right, got one last question. What should be my no lower than? Okay, so here's another issue when it comes to selling beats that I've ran into. Mind y'all, I've probably grossed. I'd have probably made over $1,000 making beats. So take that into account for what you know. What I'm saying what you're about to hear. I ain't made no six figures off of this. I'm just going off of the knowledge I got. So boom. Uh, I would reach out, and first you got to start out. I feel like lately I done figured out you can't just be like, yo, I got beats for sale because people hear money and run, right? Sometimes it's easier to build a relationship and be like, yo, been listening to your music. I really mess with it. I got some beats I think you'll really mess with. If you got time, I'd love if you could hit me back. Cool. But the only issue I found with that is when you reach out first, they expect them to be free. So, but another way you could do it and be like, yeah, like it's weird. It's so weird because if you reach out and you say, boom, hey, I got these beats. I really think you'd hop on. I really think you'd like them. They're gonna be expecting, oh, they're free beats, cool. But sometimes you just got to take that risk, and if you get your profit, um, hopefully they put the song out or whatever. But also understand that I've made I've made a little bit of money off of having royalties and stuff like that, and that pays more consistently than somebody just buying the beat. Only cause if somebody buys the beat and never puts it out, just stop right there. If you make a beat for somebody and they put the royalties into it, but then they start promoting it and putting the time in to promote the music, I think that's what a lot of producers got to understand. And I think that's what I've started to understand more. I could sell beats, but I'm going to be selling beats to people who really don't understand what it takes to have a song do numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work with Hidden Letters. His songs have been doing numbers, but he does all of his promotions and he does all of his like he posts every day. So I think being okay with the long haul while also having in some short wins, for me, I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? So take all that into account. I hope that helped. I would just say the selling beats route is still viable, but I just haven't found the way yet. But once I find it, don't think I ain't gonna share the knowledge though, cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gatekeeping nothing. But yeah, ideally, if you were to reach out and be like, "Yo, I got beats for sale," and leave it right there, and then they check them out. Some of them be like, "I'll get back to you." I haven't experienced that. I haven't done that really, so I probably need to do that more. I've started to reach out to artists more. I reached out to an artist today. Who was it? His name is G5 GW5. And so I reached out to him today, but so he only has like 30K followers on YouTube. I say only, he got way more than I do. But so I reached out, said, "Yo, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up." So boom. I really don't care. It really ain't nothing here to be seen. All right, where we at? It's me. Cool. So here's a message I sent to him today. His name is RW5, 35K subscribers, right? Pretty well known. Boom, 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 right? So I reached out and said, R5 was good. I'm Reek, producer out of VA, 37K subs on YouTube. Made this beat. My community said reach out. I value your time, so I'm going to send the screen record. Let me know if you mess with it. And then I sent the screen record, and then I ain't gonna lie, I never heard back. But I sent that this morning, so I think it's just a matter of may hear back, may not, you know. But I think I'm gonna still find beats, and I'm gonna try and find the email and see if that do anything too. So sometimes you just gotta shoot, you know what I'm saying? But like back to contract thing, I DM them. If they say bet, that's it. You DM them that with the beat. If that makes sense. It's been an hour stream already. I ain't made no beats. Maybe this is no. Maybe I gotta change the title. What should the title be? Giving beat. Giving music business knowledge. There we go. So they pay and then you send that pretty much. Or what I have, which makes it so much easier to keep track of, which I guess I don't have that implemented in my thing at all. But yeah, when you send the beat, you just send it with it. And if they say like, what's this clause about? And be like, pretty much like, if the song blow up, I feel like it's only fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get a little piece of it. Now you say a little piece, but they ain't gonna look at it. So like, you say a little piece, but then I'm taking a whole damn cake. You feel me? Like, hey, you know. But hey, However they want to look at it. But I mean, if they have confidence, the way I look at it, if they have confidence in their ability and in their music, then it shouldn't be an issue, pretty much. Okay, I think when I sped it, slowed it down, and messed it up. Stretch. Yeah, bro. Don't send a beat unless you have your tags on it, unless you done receive payment. Understand. Hold on, put myself back on the screen for this. Look, I need y'all to look at me when I tell y'all this. Look at me. If you start posting your beats on TikTok, Instagram, and somebody reach out to you and say they're international, PayPal. Only go through PayPal, right? If you go through PayPal, PayPal's international. If somebody says like, what there's certain people that, you know what I'm saying, you can tell if they're real or not, right? I go through PayPal, Cash App. If somebody says, oh, my Cash App ain't working, your Cash App just ain't working, and guess what? My beat store ain't working. You feel me? Do not fall into that where people will be like, okay, it wouldn't let me send it. Boom. It says I gotta verify the sender. Bro, people be running scams and be making it look super real. I almost got scammed like that starting out, where they was like, yeah, I just need you to send me blah 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 and this will work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking I'm too caught up and I just want, I want to make some money, you feel me? Turns out it was a whole scam. But what saved me is when I was on PayPal about to send it, it said, what is this for? I said, PayPal asked me to send this, and they was like, scam. I was like, that's so much love. So that's nice, that's always nice to know. Nice to know that that's there. If you just tag in the beat, I would do, hold on, if you just tag in the beat, I'd do one every 16 bars and keep it like that. So like, for instance, right, so say for this case, boom, have my beat, I would take my tag, put it normally.
No,
right, I put it about here. About right here.
You made this? You made this?
And then I would just grab all this. I guess every 8 bars. Sometimes I do every like one of these, but I'll do every 8. I lied, every 8. And then you just grab right here and just do Command B, and then you just copy it over. Hey, the only thing is he didn't get the money though. You feel me? That's the only thing that, that really saved me, was that the fact that he didn't get the money. So. Oh, y'all can't see. My fault. Y'all should be able to see now. I mean, it's really not that crazy. Your beat only gonna last. All right, maybe 8's crazy. Maybe 17. Yeah, maybe I was right at first. 16 probably be more ideal. Yeah, every 16, because you gonna have about. Yeah. My fault. Cause yeah, you gonna have about 94. What is this? 90. About 96 will put you about too many. Yeah, 96. Yeah, I'd do that. I'd do by every 16, not every 8. My fault. Alright, well, let me scratch that trash off, because I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie, the more that I like wait on this beat, the more it starts to sound like trash. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to come back to that. Uh, 80 bars normally. That's valid. Hey, also, your boy turned 22 tomorrow. You lit. I be feeling them like them NBA YoungBoy beats. Hey, bro, go get the kit. One shot's coming soon. Oh, why everybody here? Why everybody here? Okay, we gonna do this. And I see 8 people that's watching. I'm gonna need y'all's opinion. All right, look. I got a one-shot kit. Best preset in Xenology, bro. There's like a million. Best tip, as far as making music, consistency. Look, my new one-shot kit. You know what I'm saying? 7 of each. I'm gonna click through, and I'm gonna let y'all give me y'all's opinion. Hold on, let me make sure. And then what you'll have to do is probably drag them in and then just like normalize it. I mean, I probably could fix that, but so yeah, smooth little kit, you know what I'm saying? People who really, because you could do some real damage when it comes to a one-shot kit. What y'all think? What y'all think though? Questions, comments, concerns? Sound design? I would say learn what does what. I think that's the hardest part. Like once you understand what does what, then sound design gets a lot easier. Dirty Fire, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching cause I like watching different producers and just seeing how they do things, you know what I'm saying? Seeing if I can implement anything into it. He fire, you know what I'm saying? I mean his subscribers and his success shows it. Huh, interesting. So Vita got a video on how to make one. Word. That's tough. How do you do respace? Honestly, bro, sound design really isn't my thing, but here, let me see if I can craft you one up real quick. I mean, honestly, the best one probably to do it is Serum. And then I guess it's more... I'm no sound designer. But if it were me, I'd probably do like that. Nah. Maybe cut it down. Go here, probably add like some distortion. Right, but then like, you'd want to like curve it a little bit. That'd probably be what I'd do though. I mean, and then I know there's a way you can make it like go from like one ear to the other. You can even detune them. But yeah, I don't get too crazy into sound design per se, but like if I had to do it, that's what I'd do. Yeah, let's go do some. Let's just start off blank. And let's go to here. I'll do something like that. That's not too bad. You slept with a piano, not so much serum. Oh snap. Yeah, bro. I haven't gotten really into the creation side. I'll clip it and make a beat. Man, I guess it goes there. Ah. All right, throw them 808s on there. My fault. I had to find an 808. I forgot I'd be muted. I think that's in thirds. Tito's, what's good, bro? Jan, this is my first beat in SoundCloud. I might do that. I'm gonna probably add more later after that. But hey, I appreciate everybody kicking it with me. This jump been fire, you know what I'm saying? A lot of sauce. Y'all gotta go back though. You go back about 30, 45 minutes. I was giving a lot of sauce on different things, different tips, things I use. You feel me? But yeah, 10 people in here. Hey, it's love, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that bell. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe so y'all don't miss a stream. I appreciate y'all for stopping in, kicking it with me. G Rails. Hey, I'm gonna go listen to it, but I'm gonna listen to it off stream, bro. But yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Hey, it's been real, you know what I'm saying? A big 22 tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Your boy turned 22, so that's big. But hey, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace. My exit quick, but all right, now since y'all know, play with me.